Let's journey together through time, tracing the story of a coin that whispers of heritage, culture, craft, and value. The 1999 Omani 5 Baisa coin, while small in face value, carries within its metal depths echoes of desert winds, royal seals, national pride, and a quiet promise of rarity that captivates collectors. This coin offers us a window into the soul of Oman at the close of the 20th century, bridging the past and the present. Imagine holding this coin between your fingers. Smooth and cool to the touch, the copper-nickel alloy gleams with a muted luster, polished by time yet still vibrant. On one face, Arabic inscriptions arc gracefully across the surface, spelling out the denomination and the year, 1999 AD, or perhaps the corresponding year in the Hijri calendar, depending on how the mint chose to inscribe it. The script rises delicately from the field of the coin, expertly struck to give a subtle relief, inviting the eye and the touch. Beneath the inscriptions, a finely detailed rendition of the national emblem anchors the design. The khanjar, the traditional curved dagger, crossed with a pair of swords, a symbol of Omani authority and identity. Turn the coin over and you meet a more minimal yet equally compelling design. Subtle inscriptions denote Oman, perhaps in Arabic on one side, English on the other, Oman inscribed in classic block letters that contrast with the flowing script of the other face. A stylized motif, a palm frond, maybe, or an intricate knot pattern borders the rim, evoking the region's flora or the artistry of geometric Islamic patterns. That border invites your gaze to travel all the way around, a subtle frame for a symbol of nationhood distilled into metal. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture the coin's journey through hands and ages. Minted at the turn of the millennium, it was pressed into form by machines whose precision matched the ambition of a nation looking ahead. From 1999, it circulated in markets and souks, passing from traveler to merchant, perhaps changing hands dozens of times. Spent on coffee, on spices, on newspapers. It jingled in pockets, sat in tins at home, maybe slipped between the pages of a book or carried as a talisman of small fortunes. Collectible coins often begin their stories in such humble ways, in everyday commerce. But over time, as designs change and new mint years are struck, older coins become scarce. The 5 Baisa 1999 might not have been minted in huge numbers. Some may have been melted down, others worn beyond recognition, still more tucked away by those who sensed that this coin would one day matter to someone else, someone curious about currency as history, as art, as story. Now let me draw you into the broader tapestry of Oman in 1999. Sultan Qaboos bin Said Al Said was in the midst of his half-century reign, a period of transformation, stability, and modernization. Under his leadership, Oman grew roads and universities, hospitals and ports, while celebrating its heritage and its unique place on the Arabian Peninsula. This 5 Baisa coin, minted in that era, silently carries both tradition and evolution. Its emblem reflects centuries-old symbolism, while its presence in modern transactions speaks of a nation moving forward, with one foot firmly rooted in its past. As a coin collector, you don't just collect the piece. You collect the moments it has witnessed, the hands that held it, the doors it unlocked, the stories it could tell if given voice. You reflect on the scorching sands of the empty quarter and the cool waters of the Arabian Sea, knowing that a coin like this traveled, in currency, across borders and markets, weaving through the lives of merchants and travelers alike. In the 1999 coin's detail, you see the precision of modern minting, the deliberate artistry of state design, the careful choice of symbols resonating with the Omani soul, the khanjar, swords, script, pattern, each element considered. Collectors often yearn for such examples because they represent a moment in time frozen in metal. The date 1999 anchors the coin at the threshold of a new millennium, imbuing it with symbolic weight. An end, a beginning. That's why even a small denomination like the 5 Baisa can command attention. It's not just about rarity, it's about presence. And given time, presence becomes value. Speaking of value, imagine this coin perched under a soft light, your fingers tracing the raised letters, the emblem, the rim, every detail speaking of durability and design. Now, you hold not just a coin but a piece of Omani narrative, refined and concise. For someone like you, someone drawn to rare, meaningful artifacts, This coin is more than metal. It's an invitation to connect. It may be just 25 millimeters across, say, and light in weight, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for in significance. It hints at centuries of craftsmanship, at a nation charting its path, at collectors who understand that every relic has a story. In the coin's quiet bearing there is pride, there is time, there is culture, and all that resonates powerfully when held thoughtfully. Now think of how this coin would sit in a collection. In a tray of coins, it stands out not by being ostentatious but by being harmonious. Its details refined, its condition clean, its appeal understated yet rich. It glints gently under display light, its surface free of scratches, its borders crisp. One imagines a light contrast. The mirror shine of the field, the satin finish of the raised design, the fine edge ridges precisely struck. In numismatic circles, condition like that can elevate a coin's appeal drastically, sometimes far beyond its original face value. And we're not just talking about doubling or tripling. For some coins, for the right collector, the premium can be exponential. Rare within a modest denomination, minted at the cusp of a new era, preserved by time. These are factors that lend power to a coin's narrative. A collector doesn't just look at the coin. They feel the era, the hand that struck it, the nation that produced it. They sense the journey from mass circulation